All right, guys, it's Fun Friday time. It's been a great week. And this week we've been talking about self and making the most out of our 18 summers. And when you think about it, when you only have 18 summers really with your children, that's humbling. It really hits you hard. Depending, your kid may be 12, 14, 16, or maybe they're 2, right? And you have 16 years in front of you. Either wherever you're at, make the most of your 18 summers because it's really important. We talked about 3 John 1:4. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children are walking in the truth. And we talked about on the spiritual kickoff on Monday, that walking in the truth that starts with us. We have to set the example. It really is where it's at. Now, Wednesday, we had Jim Sheils. And he came on. He is the author of the family board meeting, and he unpacked it all. He gave some tips. He gave some insight. He gave some wisdom around how to implement this in your families. Now, when he's talking about your basic strategy is one-on-one time. You got to be one-on-one. Got to be connected with your kid. Can't be anyone else. Show them that they're important. So if you got 3 kids, 4 kids, guess what? They need one-on-one time. Second part, this is the part that guys you're probably going to struggle with the most. Disconnect. Got to have that phone off. You need to have an airplane mode or cut it off or leave it at home. Whatever you need to do. But you need to disconnect because you got to remove the distractions. And they need to see that you're fully there with them always. But that time, it's sacred. And then third, fun activities. That's right, guys. So you need to let the kids be creative here. To Jim's point about his son is a fisherman, but had Jim forced him to go surfing the way Jim would have wanted to go surfing, he may have missed that opportunity to really grow and learn more about who his son is. And for him to learn that skill set, it sounds like he may be turning that into a full-time career at some point. So, one-on-one time, disconnect so you can reconnect, and then have some fun activities. And it's okay if you repeat those activities over and over. That's okay. They're kids. So long as they're having fun, they're spending time with you, you're a dad, you're present, and you're nowhere else, you remove those distractions, you're checking the right boxes. And guys, you can have this type of strategy with your wife. When you go out on date night, try to remove the distractions. I can't tell you how many times me and my wife, we've been out and we look over to people around us and they're not even looking at each other. They're looking at their phones. They're at a restaurant, and instead of taking that time to connect, they're looking down. And I'm convicted. Sometimes I've done that too. My wife, she'll call me out on it. But guys, we need to disconnect. We need to be able to be with our kids. They need you. They need your time. They don't need your money. They need your time. So guys, they really lean into this idea. It's not a hard principle to understand. And then really just start implementing. Start taking some action. So go back, check that episode out. It's a ton of great insight there. So I'm going to give you a health tip, wealth tip, and a self tip for this Fun Friday. A health tip. Find ways to take the board meetings and make them active. Maybe your kids are into things that are outside or doing something that involves getting moving. If they are, lean into it. That is a great thing. Get your heart rate up as well as connect with your kid. You're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. If they're having trouble coming up with ideas, maybe you suggest some things. Maybe you suggest some things that get them moving. Don't get stuck in just doing movies. Get out, get active. Now, I'm not saying a movie's a bad thing, but don't make that the go-to. You need to find some ways to get out, connect. Particularly if you got young boys, shoulder to shoulder, sweat to sweat. Get up there, have some fun, get active, find ways to get active. All right, from a wealth tip, budget for the board meetings. Now, Jim and I talked about this for a little bit, but I feel that it's very important that you need to, from a family standpoint, allocate, budget, and prepare for these meetings. Activities cost. And there are a lot of free ones, but there's some things that do cost. And you want this to be a positive experience for everybody. And you don't want to be sitting around stressing over the money. So when you lay out your calendar and you start looking at your budget and start looking at potential costs, figure that into your budget. Some months are going to vary. Some months you may not have any cost other than the meal. But some months, like Jim talked about, that Alaska trip, they probably needed to budget for that, get ready for that trip, right? So you just need to be thinking about that and be intentional about your budget. And if it's possible, work into your budget. I know one thing that me and my wife do when we have a board meeting, if it's my wife's month or if it's my month, whoever's month that it's not, they get to go out to dinner with their other kids and just have a nice meal. So they don't get to go do a board meeting and have the connection fund that's set up for that particular month, but they do get to have a meal. So that, again, that needs to be budgeted for. So we want to be fiscal good stewards. Think about your budget and plan for it with your board meeting. Now, a self-tip, start the board meetings, right? You got to start it. You need to go ahead. Here's what we did. We laid out a year. We went through a calendar. We looked at Saturdays. We picked the right cadence, and we picked out a year. We printed that year out. That's in our kitchen. Actually, it's hanging up on our family bulletin board. That builds the anticipation. That anticipation is key because they get to thinking about, okay, what do I get to do next? What do I get to do? Where are we going to go? And that whole research, that's the fun part. That's where the magic happens. So really, it's a wonderful way to really build that anticipation. And also, if it gets scheduled, it gets done. So it's less likely that you're going to move it around or that you're going to skip it. Or, I'll just get to it next time. No. Make sure it happens. Commit to it. That's going to show your kids also that you value spending time with them. There's so many things that you're accomplishing just by implementing this strategy into your family structure, into your rhythm. Create some rituals, and that's going to change that whole family dynamic, the culture. Everything's just going to be moving in the right direction. So, guys, they're your tips. Your health tips. See if you can get active with it. Wealth tip, budget, self tip, start. Okay. Now, book of the week. Big surprise this week. We got the family board meeting. This is a great book. Now, as Jim mentioned, it's a quick read. You guys could read this in a weekend. Go through it. Go to the show notes. Check out the links there. But this book is packed with insight on how to get started with this. It gives you a couple of success stories as well on what's worked. You just go back and listen to Jim's talk on the Wednesday episode on tips on how to make this effective for you and your family. So I really highly encourage you guys to go out and check out the family board meeting. Get it. It's on Amazon. You could have it tomorrow. We know what Amazon is. So guys, definitely add this to your library. This is one that you'll want to have. You'll want to share it with your wife. You guys need to be on the same page because you'll be laying this schedule out together. Okay? All right, dad jokes time. Dad jokes. So it's always fun. Looking for some dad jokes. Got 2 here for you this week. I've been reading a book called How to Use a Ladder. Well, it's more of a step-by-step guide. There you go. That's number one. Number 2, I can't believe someone broke into my house and stole all my fruit. I am peachless. All right, guys. Now I know that this week it's a toss-up here. So I've been reading a book called How to Use a Ladder. Well, it's more of a step-by-step guide. Number 2, I can't believe someone broke into my house and stole all my fruit. I am peachless. So there you go, guys. Let us know which one hit home. Now, the question of the week, what I want to know, when was the last time you spent a whole day alone with your child? No electronics and enjoying a fun activity with meaningful conversation. Now, if that's a tough question to answer, it's okay. It was a hard one for me to answer too. But if you implement these type of strategy right here, family board meeting, it will make a positive impact on you and your family and your child. And we talked about having no greater joy than to hear that my children are walking in truth. Tell you what, this is a great opportunity to show them how much you love them and to show them your truth, to show them your fruit of the Spirit on how you respond as a man. So guys, step up, answer that question. When was the last time you had a whole day alone with your child? No phones, no distractions, having some fun and meaningful conversations. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this week. This has been a blessing. The 18 summers, just the whole thought, the whole concept behind that has really challenged me. It's made me really evaluate how we spend our time, to be more intentional as a dad, to try to lean in and really take advantage of the precious time we have as fathers to lead our families, to make an impact in their lives. And I pray that it has for you too. So if it has, guys, I ask that you share it out. We're praying that it's drawing you closer to God and it's helping you see that you have inside of you. You are the leader that you're predestined to be. You can do it. We're here to help you. Go to thelionwithin.us. Check out our website. Join the Lion's Den. It's a free email to be part of our email group so we can send you some encouragement from time to time. We're not going to spam you, I promise. Don't have time for it. We're trying to help serve God, so we don't have time to send spam. Go join the Lion's Den. That's really a great way to connect with us. Check out our social media connections. Because each week we're trying to provide you guys really meaningful content that's going to help you grow. It's going to give you encouragement because we know there's a lot of darkness out there. So we're trying to bring some light to you. So go there, check that out. Check out our Bible study, all of the other resources at thelionwithin.us. Now, wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching, give us a rating, write a review. That really helps, whatever the platform is. If it's YouTube, definitely subscribe to that channel so you'll be updated on when we drop new episodes each week. And guys, we got 3 coming every week. We're packing it. We're bringing it. We're trying to serve you at the highest level possible. So I pray that you enjoyed this. Remember to make the most of your 18 summers. Now go out and unleash the lion within. Today is a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or just think it'd be cool to have your own talk show, podcasting is an easy, inexpensive, and fun way to expand your reach online. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. Your show can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories like Apple, Spotify, Google, and more within minutes of finishing your recording. Podcast isn't hard when you have the right partners, and the team at Buzzsprout is passionate about helping you succeed. Join over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get their messages out to the world. Let's create something great together. Visit thelionwithin.us/buzz to let Buzzsprout know we sent you, and you'll get a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up for a paid plan. That's thelionwithin.us/buzz.